Hi there everybody, and welcome to a very impromptu video. Simple reason I'm doing this is because I haven't actually put a video up for quite a few weeks because I had to turn my attentions to other areas on a temporary basis, but we will be back in full swing very soon with the continued builds with the house, the barn, all them bits and pieces. They'll all be coming back in the next couple of weeks. I had to turn my attention from them to do a few little builds because I needed some photographs for my eBay, and the photographs that I needed I couldn't get anywhere else except for having to build what I needed and photograph it. Now the ones that I'm actually, well, the problem was that even Diorama Debris didn't have really any good photographs of one of their products, and that's the blocks, and we're looking at this particular mold here. Most people look at it and probably wouldn't quite understand how it all worked, and I needed to do something to actually show people that it did work and that you can use it in a very simple way. Now Diorama Debris was showing you actually sticking them on top of each other. I tried this, it didn't work for me one bit, but I sort of devised a way of using them and getting a really good result, which is Exhibit A, which you see in front of you now. This is my first attempt using these blocks and ironing out a lot of the problems. Now there is a purpose to this video, and it will come apparent by the time we get to the end. So this is my first attempt. Yes, my first attempt. There is another one. This was using this particular mold, all the blocks. They were cast in buff, and I'm quite happy with it actually. It turned out really well. I'll run round it just so you can see. I will put some photographs up at the end so you can get a closer look, but basically it's all the blocks, the mould from Diorama Debris, also all the plinthing, and that is all made from moulds that you can get from Diorama Debris. The only thing that you can't get from Diorama Debris is the actual windows, which are my creation, I'm afraid to say, and I'm not into making moulds, but I can actually produce these, and I do sell them on eBay, and they're not very expensive. A little bit of a push for myself as well. So everything on this is that you can mould yourself. Floor tiles, the terracotta floor tiles, the blocks, everything else is quite accessible to everybody, mould wise, like I say, except for the windows and the stained glass, which even I had to buy in from eBay itself. So this was my first attempt, and like I say, I'll put some close-up pictures at the end. Quite happy with it, all worked out nice. Now when I finished this one, I wasn't that, well, I was happy about it, but it just made me want to do another one, and I had to do another one because I do two types of blocks, one in the buff and one in the grey. I'll put you on pause and we'll bring the grey one in. Okay, we move on to number 2, and this is the one done in the grey block, and as you can see I had to go a little bit more because that's the way you do things. You actually, you know, progress and make it a little bit better than the first one. This is using all the blocks as well. Not a lot I can really say about this, but I can say this little mould is quite a clever little mould because all these blocks work together. I will put close-up pictures, like I said, at the end, but whichever one you pick up, they will sit on top of each other to make a full block, so you can get a very random pattern if you require. I don't do random, as you may know. I do like a little bit of symmetry, but as you can see, it turns out pretty well. More than happy with this. We'll go round to the inside. We've got a nice good thickness on the walls. I'm quite happy. I'm a lot more happier with this one than I was with the first one. And this time we went for a wood floor. We even put a small piece of roof, and we did some guttering, and I sort of like went that little bit further. Now, I've already made two. There is going to be a third one. Yes, there's going to be a third one. Now, the third one's going to be, I'm going to do a full build log on it, because I feel it's right. Because there'll be a lot of people who would like to use this and would like some sort of insight on how to use the blocks and get a good result. So I'm going to do a third build, and we're going to build from start to finish. I'll go through in detail how to use these blocks, because this is actually constructed on foam board. The foam board is the core. It holds everything together and allows you to actually get a good finish. So that is going to be the third build, which will be coming out very soon, well, in the next few weeks. But please bear with me, because as you may appreciate, I can get my head down and get on with this and do one in less than a week. But when you're actually having to video each section, should I say, it does extend the build time, because you've got to make sure everything's right. But that will be coming up in the next few weeks. Also, when the third one is complete, I shan't be keeping them. I'm going to sell them off. For the simple reason is I've got no room, and these are just small demonstrations to show the block work off, and it's not in part of my plan to actually do this type of thing. So at the end, when we've completed the third one, I will be putting them up on eBay for sale. They will come with a nice base, all the bits and pieces you need to actually finish it and make it, or make it your own, should I say. So that's what's going to happen over the next week or so, and that's it. That's about as much as I can say about this, and all I've got to do is apologise that I've not had a video in the last few weeks. Like I say, there's been a lot of things going on. These builds also mass clear out of items on the surplus side, which are being sold off on eBay on bid. So if you're in the market for a box full of mixed items, go onto eBay. There will be quite a few lots coming up over the next few weeks. The reason being because I really want to be skirting to making my own pieces that you can't get anywhere else. And like I said at the beginning of the year, this is the reason why the CNC machine has been bought, because I want to create a lot of my own stuff to help other modelers. So that's it. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully it hasn't been too boring for you, and hopefully you can see which direction I'm going, and hopefully we will see you on the next video. Until then.